Hey everyone, this is In The Zone, and today I'll be doing a Nami animation cancel guide. A lot of people are actually surprised to learn that Nami has animation cancels, but there's a lot you can do with Nami. Not only does she have an obnoxiously long W animation and an auto attack animation, but she also has 3 abilities that can be input buffered. More on that later. Okay, so first up is self-casting. If you only learn one thing from this video, please learn how to self-cast. It's not just a Nami thing. If you intend on playing Enchanter supports, Control Mages, or even certain tank supports, self-casting will save you a lot of mouse movements and a lot of misclicks when you kite. Alright, so for the uninitiated, self-casting is where you target yourself with a spell, usually a shield or a buff, by holding down the Alt key while you cast it. No, not your R key, your Alt key. Self-casting is where you target yourself with a spell, it's usually a shield, by holding down your Alt key when you cast it. So if you hold down the Alt key and cast an ally targeted spell, you will automatically cast the spell on yourself regardless of where your cursor is on the screen. So get familiar with where your Alt key is on your keyboard. Tuck your thumb into the palm of your hand and hold down the Alt key while you cast your other spells. If you've ever played the piano, this will feel natural to you. Practice this motion until it becomes second nature. If you find yourself accidentally hitting your Windows key instead, you can always just remove your Windows key with a screwdriver. I've also heard that you can install a program that disables your Windows key, but I've never really needed to do that. So while clicking around, you can shield yourself, you can speed yourself up. Although it's important to note that you can't use item actives, or at the very least you cannot self-cast Mikhails, which for Nami is the only relevant item active. It is possible to perform Nami's animation cancels without self-casting, but trust me, it's way easier to self-cast. It saves you a lot of mouse moving, and unlike mouse clicks, it is impossible to misclick a self-cast. You can be clicking on an enemy champion and still be hitting, casting your E on yourself. You're never going to miss if you hold down the Alt key. So get into the habit of it. While you're walking back to lane, just click back to lane and self-cast yourself. Even if you're not on the screen, it will apply to you. You don't even need to be in vision. You can be looking top lane and self-casting, and you can have your champion auto path.
Ew, whale breath.
There we go. You can also self-cast your E to walk up to trade with an enemy. So you can walk up, click on them, speed yourself up until you're in auto attack range, and then you can slow them.
I will see my home again.
The move speed boost will get you in range, and the slow will keep you in range. So a standard Nami combo when you're laning would be something like you walk up, put the E on yourself, auto attack, and then you kite it out, and then you throw the Q once they're slowed. And once you get into the habit of self-casting, you'll notice that there are many fringe benefits. Self-casting is useful on other Enchanter supports, and even some mid laners like Orianna, Annie, as well, Morgana, and Karma. Orianna is particularly noteworthy because she has CS patterns that require her to Q outwards and then E herself so that the ball does damage to the minions. Alright, so the combos themselves. First up is auto self-cast E. Not only does Nami's E have no cast time, but the speed boost from your passive applies instantly and can be cast during other actions, such as moving, auto-attacking, and casting other spells. In addition, the slow applies when the triggering attack hits, not when it flies out. So a lot of times you can walk up, you can auto attack, immediately self-cast E, and the slow will apply. Auto attack. There's no need to E yourself if you're already in range. Simply auto, and then
Still hear
self-cast
the
E.
song of the sea.
In a similar fashion, you can also W and self-cast E.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Sure as the tides.
If you don't want to draw minion aggro to yourself in lane, you can even self-cast W and self-cast your E. However, keep in mind that your W will deal less damage depending on its AP modifier.
I'll find my path. Ew, whale breath.
You can take it even further by Wing an ally and self-casting your E, speeding up both yourself and your ally while also slowing the enemy that your W bounces to.
I will see my home again. The ocean will sweep them away.
Or you can just throw all your spells onto your AD carry. That works too. This is the MVP AD carry right here, making use of that Tidecaller's blessing. Alright, input buffering. So 3 of Nami's abilities can be input buffered, including her Q, which is a skill shot. I've talked about input buffering before in my Diana animation cancel video. Actually, can we just roll that clip? I want to talk about E-Flash. This is not a true animation cancel. Technically, this is an input buffer. But what it does is that it reduces your frames of animation. Okay, you should never flash E an ally on Nami. You see that? What I did there? I see a lot of Nami players do that. It's wrong. Don't do it. Instead, you should E-Flash. Let me explain. When you press a targeted ability on an ally that's out of range, your champion will auto-path towards that target until they are in range, and then immediately cast the spell. During this auto-path, if you flash into range of your target, you will cast it the moment the target is in range. It's important to note that breaking this auto-path, if you click anywhere, you will cancel the E-cast. So if you flash in place, your spell won't go off. So for instance, if I cast E on this target dummy, and then I click somewhere else, the spell won't go off, even if I flash. So it's important that when you're trying to input buffer any spell, you let your champion auto-path into range. You don't touch anything. You don't click, you don't press another spell. The only spell you should press is flash once you're in range.
There's always another wave.
So, once again, you're out of range, you E the target, you auto-path, and then you flash it,
Feet are strange.
and you'll instantly give the buff to your ally. There is almost no cast time. There is no animation that goes off. You should always be E-ing and then flashing into range, instead of flashing into range first and then casting.
I still hear the song of the sea.
Instead of...
Swim against the current. People and their air.
You can perform this with any targeted ability in the game, such as your E and your W, and interestingly enough, you can also input buffer your Q. So if you ever decide to make an aggressive Q flash play or a Tibbers flash play, you'll know how to do it.
More people are counting on me. Yeah. I'll find my path.
And that's it. I hope these are helpful. Try them out in Practice Tool until these mechanics become second nature, and then try to incorporate them into your regular gameplay. I think you'll find that they make a difference. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope this helped someone. Surely there's other Nami players out there, right? But I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.